Bop, 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 up. The guys next door.
Bop, 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 up. The guys next door.
Bop, 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 up.
The guys next door.
Bop, 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 up. The guys next door. They get banging.
All right, we are rolling on all cylinders.
Mr. Fogg, can I?
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Fogg. Fuck you.
Tell me when to start.
3, 2, and
Welcome to the Guys Next Door podcast, your local neighborhood podcast, a podcast for people who like solid dudes, sports, weeds, and everything cool. We them guys. Welcome to the podcast. Episode 2.
Episode 2, baby.
What's up, Danny? What's up, Nick?
what's going on?
How's everyone doing?
Good.
You guys enjoyed your weekends, your weeks we've been apart?
I'm recovering. We've been together the whole time.
We have been.
We've been at a cottage. Nick was invited, but he had some,
Had some work. Had a work catch up too.
13 White Claws to drink.
13 White Claws, 17 course banquets.
Got work to do, buddy.
This 12-pack ain't gonna smash itself, fellas. I gotta put in a lot of work here these days.
Are you recovered? Are you fully recovered?
From the weekend?
From the weekend?
Buddy, I still feel like I still got 3 pounds to shed. That's it. I ate so much food that weekend, and I just couldn't stop, man. I don't know what it is. I think it's like whenever I'm away from civilization, or I'm like out at like a cottage or a cabin or just camping, it's like nonstop food must be consumed.
It's nonstop. We buy so much food. But what I noticed is like there's a difference when you go to the cottage with just the boys and when you go to the cottage with wifeys and the girls are there. When the girls are there, it's so much more organized. There's actually extra food. There's more than you need. When we went, we ran out of food the last night.
Yeah.
Yeah. You guys eating good though?
Oh man.
We ate good. We had like steaks, burgers, and hot dogs. But
Nice.
like we
I
bought
probably
just
ate-
enough.
I
Just
probably
enough.
ate 2 of those 4 bags of chips. I definitely crushed most of the blueberries. I definitely destroyed like a good portion of those nuts, like nonstop, man. I was just grazing. I probably like there was maybe 25 minutes where I didn't have a handful of like
Something.
on you?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Like
fucking
it was
hilarious.
bad. Like to the point where even like every time Paul passed by, he was like, "Yeah, just come on, just in." And then it became a game where I'm like, "Yeah, eat."
Can we
like,
keep feeding Danny?
yeah. And it was like,
You should
dude,
have weighed yourself before it, then after.
I did. I weighed myself before I went to the cottage. I was around 196, and then when I came back from the cottage, I was 208.
Wow.
And that was just 2 days
lot
of
of
just
weight.
nonstop eating.
What was breakfast? What was the breakfast menu?
Oh, breakfast was good. We did one breakfast because the next day we ran out of food. We had no breakfast, so
Yeah.
we were leaving anyway.
So you're like
yo,
fucking Tim's.
the last night
Yeah.
at 1:00 in the morning, we're all fucked up. There's a few of us left by the fire still.
Yeah.
There's no food left. The only thing you can munch on is some nuts or mushrooms.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
That's all you can eat.
Well,
bro.
we started making though. That I honestly think that's my favorite way of eating mushrooms now.
What?
The
With nuts?
No, putting them in like a little solo cup
Yeah,
with
yeah.
chips, nuts, and like berry and
We put
chocolate.
everything in the cup, and
Yeah.
then just whatever you get in your hand, you
You
eat.
just
pass
eat,
it
and you
around.
don't even taste the mushrooms.
Little
'cause-
trail mix.
Oh,
Yeah,
buddy,
exactly.
it's
Trail mix.
ha-
Yeah.
trippy trail mix.
Trippy trail
mix.
mix.
I like that.
Do that.
Yeah.
Here, I'm just gonna copyright that right now.
Especially if they're dry, they need to be dry mushrooms.
Oh,
Because when they're wet, they're like,
No.
it was nasty.
And then the best part
Soggy.
about those mushrooms that I had too is they were all crispy.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
crunched,
exactly.
So
There
you
was
couldn't
two.
even, you
There's
couldn't
two
even
bags
tell.
of mushrooms. We had one that was super crispy and one was kind of wet still. The crispy ones are great because
Yeah.
it just matches the chip crisp.
Oh, 100%.
That was
And then you're
perfect.
like eating it, and then you keep on eating and eating, and then next thing you know, you're like, whoa, I'm flying, dude. And you're like, yeah, you had 3 grams of mushrooms in that cup, and you're like, I thought it was chips.
So up there, were you guys barbecuing most of the time, or what is it?
A little
charcoal,
mostly
pro-
barbecue.
propane?
Mostly barbecue.
Were you doing propane or charcoal?
It was a propane barbecue?
Are you guys a propane or charcoal type?
I'm
type-
propane.
Propane's
Yes,
easier, but I like the taste of charcoal better.
I love charcoal. I
Charcoal's
love just.
so good. Hank Hill is turning in his grave right now, but goddamn.
Yeah.
I just love
It's
the 45
delicious.
minutes of fucking starting that thing.
Yeah, it's
The
fun.
wafting.
Yeah.
That's the best part. You got to crush like 3 beers during that time, and fucking cooking.
Yeah,
and you're
yeah.
there for another
That
3
was
hours.
like during the Dundas Street Festival or whatever, and then they had out front of Nothing Fancy. They had Joey and his buddy Will I don't know what his buddy's name was, but they were barbecuing their Filipino Filipino skewers, meat skewers, and like
Sounds like they're just barbecuing their dicks. Their little Filipino barbecue skewer.
We sold out today, so there's only two. Only two.
Did you hit up Dundas Fest?
Yeah, just for the show. But it was funny because like I thought I was on the show.
What show? At Nothing Fancy?
Yeah, Nothing Fancy. Friday night, thought I was on the show, and then I like came in there, and they're like, "Oh, Danny, what's up?" I'm like, "Oh, nothing. I'm just here to do the show." They're like, "Oh, you're on the show?" I'm like, yeah, I'm on the show. Jordan told me I'm on the show. They're like, "Oh, okay, sick, cool."
They put you on?
Yeah, I'm like, I need to go first. I bumped everyone. They're like, "What the fuck? You're not even on the show." And I'm like, "Yeah, I know, but like, follow me." But I didn't know I wasn't on the show. And then later on at the taping, they were messaging me like, "Hey, yeah, so like, were you actually booked on the show?" I'm like, "Oh no, did I get in
Nothing
trouble
Fancy?
there?" Yeah,
Oh,
Nothing
really?
Fancy did.
What'd
yeah.
they say to you?
They're like, "We just wanted to check to see if like we had a scheduling conflict or like it was a fuck up on our part." I'm like, "No, actually, it was a beautiful mistake."
That's
Beautiful
fucking
mistake on
hilarious,
my
yeah.
part.
But did you get to check out the festival?
Yeah, I walked around and stuff. It was like chaos, but it was just nice to be like, "Oh yeah, the city's back."
Everyone, yeah, it's bumping, man.
Yeah.
It's nice. The
Yeah.
videos were nice.
Had some cool stuff, good food, walking around, but it was like, I don't know, man. Whenever you're always in those like those big ass groups, I don't know. I'm always looking at exits. You know what I mean?
Why?
I don't know. I'm just in case some trouble happens, or I'm looking for like backpacks.
Like what, mass shooter vibe and shit?
Oh,
Okay.
I don't know, pressure cookers, anything. But I'm.
You know what's funny? I was on TTC fucking last week, and I'm sitting on the chair, and I'm looking at a backpack unattended, and I'm like 10 years ago, this was a big thing. What happened now? Like, there's a backpack for at least Victoria Park to Spadina.
A part of me is like, open the backpack, take the laptop and the money inside of it.
So you're just assuming every backpack has a laptop and some cash
Yeah, or there's just
stuff.
What would
nasty
you do
food.
though if like you were like, "I'm gonna take this laptop and cash," and then you open it and then you just see
blow up?
pressure cooker, wires, fucking timer, everything.
Is there a bag of rice or is it a pressure cooker bomb? Is what
It's
you're
like
telling me?
straight up Boston Marathon.
I just look at the camera, they see me holding it, they're like, "That's the guy."
Yeah. You've been watching this unattended for like a good 6 stops, and then you're like, "Actually, I'll just move this here to the train station." You take it out of the train, put it in the train station, and then it just blows up 4 train stops later.
God.
You get caught for it.
If you were on a plane and a couple guys hijacked the plane, would you just sit there and accept your fate, or would you get up and fight?
They got like knives and guns and shit.
They have knives.
AKs,
Knives, just like the let's just say it's like September 11th. They just have
Box cutters?
box cutters, buddy.
going in.
I'm going in.
Yeah,
Going in
right?
hard.
You try to at least.
No, I'm definitely going in. Fuck
Yeah,
it.
I'm taking it. I'm looking for like the first person that makes eye contact with me, where like, you know what I mean, where you like look around and
It's
then,
the
like,
terrorist.
and then you find yeah, and then he's like,
Come to the dark side. Come
next
to the
thing you
dark
know,
side.
yeah, I'm just fucking driving this plane. Good thing I did plane simulator. No, I'd go in.
I always got my laptop on a plane. I'd fucking use it as a weapon. For sure.
For sure, but I mean, we all say, most people would say they do something when they see something bad happening, whether
Yeah.
it's terrorist attack or whether you see like a guy and his
Mugging.
girlfriend fighting or something. Do you step in? Sometimes I feel like I'd step in, but then in the moment I'm like, I'm just gonna keep walking.
Sometime like we were watching game 1 or game 2 at Real Sports Bar for the Avalanche Oilers, and there's these Ab fans behind us, and like you could tell, like the first goal in, I went ape shit, and then like a couple more goals, but then these guys were like piping up and stuff, but then they started fighting between each other.
The Avalanche fans?
The Avalanche
What,
fans.
like their group?
No,
Or is it two
it was a
different
guy
groups?
and a girl.
Okay.
And then like you know when like a couple is fighting and you're kind of like, "Oh," and then you're listening, but you're like semi kind of watching, but you're not watching because they were behind me, so I had to like turn around to look.
Yeah.
But they were like arguing, and it was like so funny because like I guess this girl started eating too much of the cheesecake, and then
They're fighting over food.
yeah, and then
What a
Buddy's
beautiful-
Buddy was like, yeah, you know, you're going a little hard on that kind of thing, and then
Why? Because she wasn't sharing, or he didn't want her to get fat.
well, no, because they were gonna split the cheesecake, but then I guess she liked it so much, so she started eating more. And he was like, "Yo, like, I you know, you're eating all them I have of the cheesecake." and then as this was starting, I like looked at the menu. I'm like, $13 cheesecake, okay. And then like he starts like bickering at her, and then they're getting into it, and you can tell like the beer's starting to like.
You should have just bought a fucking second cheesecake.
Whoa, no, but here's the thing, right? So then they start arguing. She gets up, leaves.
Leaves the bar.
Leaves. Yeah, she's like, "You're a dickhead, fucking all this cheap ass bullshit."
Cheap ass. Yeah, just let your girl eat the cheesecake.
Yeah, dude, right? And I'm sitting there, right? And then I gave her a once over. I'm like, she ain't big, right? Like she's got a couple room for those cows, right? And then so they start like arguing and shit. And then now at this time, me and another guy from another table, we like looked at each other and we're like, "You seen this shit?" And he's like, "Yeah, I'm seeing this shit." We're like, "Sick." So then now our ears go woo into the conversation, and then so they're getting all upset, and then she leaves, but then she comes back, and then they like, "Okay, fine, let's just be peaceful. Like, I don't know, it's just a cheesecake." Bang, right back into the cheesecake argument, and then like he's like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna leave." But then the best part, the little Edmonton Oilers guy comes in and he scoops in, and then he just starts wheeling this chick. And
Really?
then, yeah, and then she's like, yeah, I don't know. He's like, "Well, I don't want to sit here. Like, isn't your man coming back?" She's like, "Yeah, well, we're not even really anything, and I don't know." And then I like
look
leaned
at
back.
that.
I was like, "Yo, bro, you should try the cheesecake."
Yeah.
And then she like smiled and laughed, and then
Ah.
Buddy just losing it across from me, being like, "I
That's
can't believe you said
amazing.
that." But then the Edmonton guy scooped in, and then me and all my friends were like, "Yeah, leave it into an Edmonton Oiler to see some opportunity."
Yeah. Fuck yeah,
But
dude.
we were just like, "Oh man, I hope
I
they
have
left
that
the jerseys
cheesecake
on."
argument all the time, but it's with myself internally. You know what I mean?
Stop eating it.
Stop eating it. Eat it. Stop eating it. Let me eat it.
Yeah.
Stop eating it.
You
Let
fat
me
fuck.
eat it. You fat fuck.
Do you like
Exactly.
OG cheesecake, or
I
do
like
you like a
all
spin-up?
cheesecakes,
Okay.
bro. Cheesecake. You're putting cheese in cake. How can you go wrong?
I didn't like cheesecake until I started dating a couple girls, and then it was like Caesars, you know.
You're
I
just
hated
eating fat girls' asses.
Oh,
I
yeah,
love
I hate
cheesecake.
She's like, "Hi, I'm cheese. Eat
The
my
fucking
cake."
raspberry sauce on it.
Yeah.
That's just my
Crunch
menstrual blood.
Oreos.
No, it was like I hated them, but then now I'm like starting to like them. But now it's like,
Have
ever
you
since,
tried
like,
that Asian cheesecake? The Mr. Tom Toms or whatever?
Yeah,
No,
the
I heard
really
it's
fluffy
great.
one?
It's fluffy. It's goddamn delicious. At first, I don't like it because it's not like cheesecake.
It's the one with the carrying case, right?
Yeah.
And
I
it
thought
has,
there
like,
was I thought it was like a blown up pancake. Remember they were doing that for a
No,
bit?
but it's some sort of cheese. They're using some sort of cheese in
Oh,
there.
okay.
It's goddamn delicious.
Is
bro.
it?
Yeah, bro. It's like so soft.
Buddy, ever since I quit drinking, now it's like these treats, man, desserts. I'm
Food?
fucking ready, dude.
This guy's the worst influence. For as good a shape as he in,
Yeah.
this guy will
Well,
force
fuck,
you.
man, he probably eats and just like, I'm just gonna run it off. Fuck
But
it.
he makes you eat like garbage, dude. This guy will try to force me to eat chocolate. When we were in Australia,
It's
he
not
forced
garbage
me.
if it makes you feel good,
I
does
was like,
it?
I was on a health tip. I was in the first 2 weeks of Australia. I was the skinniest I've been in a while.
Yeah.
And we finish a workout. This guy buys a chocolate bar. And he's like, "Yo, eat this." I'm like, "I don't want it." He's like, "Eat it, bro." I'm like,
It's
"I
good
don't want
sugar
it."
for you.
He
Dude, it was
forced me to
good.
eat it. I started chewing it. As soon as he turned around, I spit it out. I was like, "I don't want it, bro."
What a relationship.
Yeah. And then I got upset at him later. He's like,
you're
I got
the
to
boyfriend, you're the girlfriend. I want to look sexy. I want to look sexy. You're looking at him like, no, you're not looking sexy. Fuck you.
eat it. He's like, I got to tell you something. I'm like, what is it? I'm thinking it's like something bad. He's like, I spat out that chocolate bar you made me eat, and I got so choked. I was like, why wouldn't you let me eat it? He's like, I was trying to give it to you.
He wouldn't take it, bro.
No, but I don't know, man. I
He's
just,
bad
like,
with the food, and you're bad with the forcing other people to drink because you're not drinking.
I mean, the alcohol must be consumed.
Since
whether
he
it's-
stopped drinking, my alcohol consumption has gone up
That's fucking hilarious.
because of him.
Did you drink at the cottage?
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
I did.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What were you
Nitty
drinking out
went-
of the cottage?
Tequila and White Claws.
Okay.
And whiskey on the first night. I
Nitty
got
when-
wasted the
when
first
when he
night.
gets drunk too. It's like he loses like this like the chill. He come and then he gets like loud and like more obnoxious and like doing shit. And it was even funny to the point where Joe's like, "Is that a drunk comment?" And you're like, "No, it's dead sober." And you're like, "Come on, man, just do it. Like, who cares, bro? Eat these 7 grams of mushrooms." I'm like,
I'm
7
forcing-
grams
I
whole.
eat so many. I eat mushrooms. I eat mushrooms like nobody's business.
Yeah.
And that's another thing. We had 2 young comics with us, and they tried to play keep up. Like we were saying, we had a little red Solo cup full of, trail mix full of mushrooms.
Trippy
Kept passing
trail
it
mix.
around.
Yeah.
I probably ate a good 8 grams to myself
In just one sitting.
in one sitting. But no, like just throughout the night, just keep
Yeah.
eating it. And then I passed around mushrooms, and I just kept forcing everybody to eat them.
So you're just like in an eternal like loop when you're on like 8 grams.
When you're on 8 grams, I just sit there and I ask, "What's going on?"
To yourself or to like
to
everybody?
the general group. But one time I checked in on it too. She went like, "Bro, I'm so high. Like, what's going on?" I'm like, I don't know.
But I don't mean like what's going on here. I mean what's going on in the world, bro. What is really going on? When I eat mushrooms, I'm like, yo, nothing we know is real, bro. Everything's bullshit. Something is going on, and we don't know what it is.
Then you
bro.
lean in and you go, "There's somewhere Someone's tied up in a warehouse somewhere.
that was one of our mushroom trips. We started talking about like this guy he watches brutal videos like
live leak.
live leak,
yeah,
like people getting shot in the head and shit.
So hold on, I love that you guys say that like
I
somewhere in the
don't
world.
actively go out to look for them.
Oh, but if they come, he watches them.
Do you like do a full on replay? It's like, oh, I gotta write this down. I gotta make some calls.
No,
notes.
sometimes I'll like skip it like through it just to watch, or I'm like I know what's gonna happen, so I just like skip like the act and then see the after bit. But other times I'm like, fuck, I gotta watch this shit.
It's fucking hilarious.
But we came to the conclusion that no matter where you are in the world, there's probably somebody tied up in a warehouse.
100%.
Right?
100%. So back in high school when I used to take the TTC to school, I used to jump on the subway and I used to look at people in suits and to fuck with them, I'd be like pretending I'm like a secret agent talking to a fucking wrist thing. It happens all the time in movies.
Yeah.
And I'm just waiting for that one person just to click and he like pulls out a silencer and just guns at me.
Never happened though.
No.
They just
not
thought you
yet,
were a
not
crackhead.
yet, not yet.
This guy's talking to his wrist.
Talking to his wrist on the TTC.
He's wearing a
But you
t-shirt. There's
never
nothing on his
know.
wrist.
You're just sitting there. You're like, why won't someone catch a 10-year ban on their guns forever just for this gag? You know what I mean? Get thrown in jail for 5 years and lose your gun privileges? Why?
I think it'd be a great idea.
How do you guys feel about the gun bans that are happening everywhere?
Oh yeah, it's really gonna help.
Trudeau's an idiot.
They're banning them here, and I just saw on the news today that they said gun sales in Canada over the last month have skyrocketed.
Yeah.
But you know how hard it is to get a gun? During COVID, I was trying to get my gun license. Like, no, you can't do it.
There's a gun store right on. Where is it?
It's on, there's lots. There's over, it's over like by Oakwood and shit. Alflaverty's or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like but that's like the only gun store really in Toronto because they got grandfathered in, I think, because if they were like a hunting outdoor store, and like most guns you can't buy in Toronto. You go to Hamilton and shit, or you go go do auctions. But
I remember last summer, me and my cousin, we went up to Stouffville to the range, and like I thought it was just walk in, sign some waivers, go shoot some guns. I walk in, I'm like, hey, can we use the range? Like, are you a member? Do you have a gun license? Like 50 questions. Like, no, I thought I'd just come here and just sign a couple waivers and go shoot. It's like, no, that's not how it works here.
Yeah, Edmonton, you can do that.
That's
Yeah.
sick.
yeah, at like certain rate, yeah, you got to be a gun club owner. But it's nice in Ontario because there's so many people, not enough gun clubs that you don't have to be part of a gun club to get it.
Yeah.
And it's so stupid. Like, they're trying to ban guns, but like 90% of gun violence happens from like illegal guns.
Yeah, you're still gonna get illegal guns.
Yeah,
on
so
the
they're
market.
still going to be here. Now just less people who are normal, who could maybe protect someone, don't have guns.
You're not allowed to
Yeah.
protect someone.
Not in
Ontario.
Canada.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Fuck.
yeah.
There's only been like two cases that got thrown out when someone shot somebody else.
Yeah.
In Alberta.
One of the when you like out west when you went for your gun course and shit, they tell you because you have to have your gun locked up and your ammo locked up separately. And then there's this guy that came onto Buddy's property. He was like a farmer, and then he ended up getting shot because he was like trying to steal some shit and do some weird stuff. But then the RCMP were like, okay, well, you shot the gun at this time. This guy came on here. They're like, okay. They brought a time stopwatch, and they're like, okay, let's see how long it takes you to take your gun out, go get your ammo, unlock it, load it, and shoot it. And then they timed him, and then they said from the timing that it was impossible for him to do that, so he must have had his guns improperly stored.
He got charged?
And then he got fucked over. Yeah.
Oh, no.
Like, Canada gun laws are like so silly, dude.
That's crazy.
A person could come in, rape your wife, murder your daughter, and then you shoot them, and then you'll get in trouble and go to jail.
For shooting somebody with a gun.
Well, after you just raped and murdered your wife and daughter.
That's such a brutal example.
But that's just that's just what it is,
Murdered
dude.
the
You know,
dog
I'm
as
not
well.
gonna say, oh, this guy came in and ate your 2% milk and then you
Oh,
shot him. Like,
fuck,
it's not
dude.
like it's Florida. You know what I mean?
Oh, my
Like,
God.
Florida, yeah. He came in, drank my milk, slit my dog's throat.
Do we have those laws here where you can't even help somebody even if they're injured? And if you help them and they get hurt, you can still get in trouble?
dude, I think you got to do some kind of stupid like, sir, are you awake? Ma'am, are you awake? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 second touch, kind of like, oh, they're not responding now. I can do it.
Really, eh?
Yeah, I think you
So
have to
now
like.
they're- oh,
I
are
think you have to
okay? Are you
ask for
okay?
like you have to ask for consent on CPR, man, because if Buddy like wakes up and then
This dude's kissing me.
oh, sexually assaulted me, saved my life. But that's why we're the greatest country in the world.
Oh, my God. Canada's fucked.
I love it, man. I love it so much.
Yeah, I don't
The
know.
more I leave, the more I come back.
So, what's on the agenda for everybody this week? What's going on?
Just shows.
Just shows, working out, working off these pounds, and then getting ready for our June 22nd show.
Okay, big show on June 22nd.
Yeah, me and Danny are doing a show called Bangers and Cash.
It's our first inaugural 2-man show.
Bangers and Cash.
Yeah.
It's a pretty cool concept. We go on stage together.
You
we
guys should
host
have a
it.
little fucking hibachi and cook some dogs.
Oh, actually make it like just not a comedy show and just start
Dude,
feeding
it
everyone in the
would
audience.
be funny though if like we brought like one and we just like one of us on the side just started cooking for the first half and then
And
when
then
we
we
switch off.
someone else is
Yeah.
cooking. Yeah, you want to?
So
We could.
so what I really want
But
to
I don't know if
today,
it's like regulation in comedy
Bring a
bar.
barbecue into comedy bar.
bring a Coleman, fucking the little propane one. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it'll get too smoky.
We get too smoky. Yeah.
Everybody's
And
gonna
we're
want a
just
hot
wearing an
dog after.
apron. People are like, what the fuck?
Unless we just come with pre-cooked hot dogs.
Like boiled
And then
hot
we could
dogs?
cook a little bit. Just watch the sound tech guy just fucking lose his
Freak
mind.
out. Yeah.
Oh, they can't do that. He's bangers and cash, fuck dickhead.
Well, that's what I want to do today. I wanted to set up a little barbecue and cook up some sausages, but I was
You were out of commission, buddy.
Yeah.
You were white clawed
This
out.
guy yelled at us for 2 days to get here on time today, and we get here. His dad's like, "Well, Nick is sleeping."
We're like, that's fine. I got up at 11 and I sleep late.
fuck, I was not sleeping. I was just curled up in a ball.
This guy's curled up in a ball,
Sweating
fetal
it all
position,
out.
jerking off,
Can't get a good motion in the fetal position.
back against the wall. Did you guys ever have to like sleep with your family?
What do you mean?
Like,
Share beds?
not share beds, but like share a room with any of your sisters or brothers?
Yeah. My family was super poor at one point. There was like 5 of us living in a 1-bedroom basement. Me, my brother, and sister all had to sleep in the living room.
Till what age?
For like 4 years. Yeah.
You were 0 to 4?
No. For 4 years. When I was in grade 8, grade 7.
Oh.
Yeah.
8 till like 12?
Yeah.
That's like formative jerk off years.
Yeah, I know,
like
right?
nothing else
Maybe
to
like
do.
2.5 years, not 4 years. But yeah, because we used to own. My family used to own a video store, an Indian video store back in the day, and it was sick. Punjab audio video, bro. We in the back room there was like 20 VCRs and TVs,
Yeah.
and we'd rent English movies.
Like Biba
and-
Busters.
yeah, but we'd rent English movies and fucking copy them and make.
Did you dub them?
Yeah, we made no dubs. We just made
Oh.
20 fucking copies, and we'd sell English movies that are straight at Blockbuster at our store too, and we only charged $1 a video. It was legit. Anyways, it was my dad.
Not legit, but
my
you
dad.
guys, you guys meet like dubbed over
Not dubbed, just like we just sold English movies.
that's
with
very
Indian
interesting.
subtitles?
No, with just Indian movies as well. We just sold. We had both English movies and Indian movies.
Oh, okay.
But my dad, we were thinking about. We had the business for like 3 years, very successful. My dad wanted to sell the business. He made friends with this guy, and this guy, they became really good friends. He was gonna buy the store. He was over like working the store every day. And then when he was gonna buy it, my dad signed the lease over to him before he paid us. And one day we came back to the store, and the store was empty, completely gone. Doors were locked. He sold the store to somebody else, kept the money, and just dipped.
Piece of shit.
And we lost everything. And that's when we had to move into a basement.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, it was fucked. But it was cool.
That's rough.
Yeah.
Your dad was probably so mad.
My dad was super mad. He has like
that's
no
fucked.
friends now. He doesn't trust anybody.
Yeah.
That's fucked.
Yeah, it was fucked.
But that's like a teaching moment right there. Like, fuck.
Yeah.
If you're
Did
ever
you
in
ever
that
find
position
this guy
again,
again?
I was a little kid. I mean, I don't know what if I was the age I am now when he did that, I'd probably beat the fuck out of him.
you'd run him over with the car.
No, I'd beat the fuck out of him.
Yeah.
I'd beat him. It's
Yeah.
worth jail time.
I don't know. I
You
always want to
kneecap
hit
him.
somebody with a fucking car.
I don't
You
think you
want to
want.
hit someone with a car?
No, you don't
Like,
wanna hit somebody
I
with
want
a
to see
car.
like something like fucked up happening, and I just want to go ram into him to see the body go boom. Like if someone's like held up to gunpoint, and I know that's the bad person, not a cop, I'd fucking hit him with a car for sure. I think I watched too many movies.
I don't know if I want to hit somebody with a car. Like I saw on the way to fucking thing on
But
the
I
way to
wonder,
the cottage. We
I'd
saw
hit it and hit the brake, so it's like more of a boom than watching him go.
Fuck that, bro. If
Good
you're
luck.
gonna hit him,
Good
man.
luck.
Pedal to the metal,
Dude, on the way up to the cottage, we saw a big ass Jeep hit a little deer.
Oh fuck!
Deer was dead. The
Yeah.
front of the Jeep was fucked.
Total.
How big? Like it was a little doe, like
It
little
was
deer.
probably-
Like,
yeah, I'd say it was a doe.
could you guys throw it in the back, skin it, get some beef?
I mean, I wouldn't.
jerky out of it.
No, it was
wouldn't.
it was definitely a female deer.
You checked?
Yeah, because it didn't have the antlers. It wasn't a buck, and
Yeah,
then it
there
was like smaller.
There was a pussy.
There's a
His-
pussy.
his dick's
You
right
checked
in
it? Yeah, we fucked some roadkill, boys.
That's disgusting. Moving on.
The funniest was when we were with Julian and we started asking for like half an hour. There was a question of what animal would you fuck if you had to fuck an animal.
Yeah.
And his answer was polar bear.
Polar bear.
And he was
What
like
the
deep in
fuck?
thought too,
Yeah.
where he was just like, yeah, polar bear. Polar bear.
Polar bear, eh?
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I don't know.
If you had to fuck an
If I
animal.
had to,
You had to fuck an animal. Gun to
Oh.
your head.
just because I've seen this on the internet, a lamb's ass, but I feel like
Just because I seen it on the internet, I want to fuck a
but I feel
lamb's
like that's
ass.
such a Greek thing, and I'm Macedonian, so like, bro, have
So-
you ever looked at a lamb's ass?
Yo, that's actually juicy, bro.
Oh shit. Okay.
I
You-
totally
you
get
changed
it
my
now.
mind, bro. You changed my mind. I guess I'm fucking a lamb if I have to fuck
was
anything.
your
If you
animal?
did not have sex
didn't
with a
have
lamb,
I never answered that question.
Daddy,
But now that
you're
I've seen a
animal.
lamb's ass,
Me?
put a thong on it.
I gotta find a adequate sized animal here.
Centaur.
Centaur.
Fucking right
Centaur, top half of lovely woman from King Street.
You'd be so
bottom
far.
half.
You're fucking the thing from behind. You'll never be able to reach the tits. You're so far.
I wouldn't need to.
What would you grab?
Just, side,
horse
feel the
ass?
rib cage. and shit. You know what I mean?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I'd probably pick like.
I've seen YouTube videos of guys fucking chickens.
What?
I've seen
That's
YouTube
not on YouTube.
Instagram or whatever.
Okay.
Just,
chickens. No,
How
I
do
don't
you
know.
fuck a chicken?
I don't know.
I
It
saw,
has,
like,
hey
cut
man,
the fucking
if
head off.
Oh no, a
and
big enough
skin it?
hole, an egg comes out of it. I'm sure you can fit your dick in there.
Yeah.
In the egg hole.
In the egg hole.
So yeah, like you guys see Doctor Strange 2?
I did.
But
that
did you
got
watch
weird.
did you watch WandaVision before?
No.
You didn't like the animal fucking
Yeah,
bit?
come on, man. What do you
I'm
mean?
just trying to move it forward.
It's for the people.
It's for the guys next door. Everything cool. So if you were to fuck an animal, that one's for our backwater boys. But
That's fucking hilarious.
I don't know, man. I probably wouldn't do it.
I definitely wouldn't. I
Gun
just
to your head?
Gun to my head.
shoot me in the face, and then someone will fuck the gun hole in my head.
I'm doing this one for you, boys.
So the thing is, Nitish, you have to fuck an animal. If you don't fuck an animal, I'm gonna shoot you, and Danny's have to fuck the hole in your head.
Shoot me
And then
twice.
you just see me licking my lips.
Yeah. I'm gonna fuck your hole.
You know, back in the day, on another weird tip, I read this on Instagram. Might not be real news, but
Fact check it.
yeah, back in Egypt or back in the day when people used to die, they used to, like, the male mummies are more preserved than the women mummies, because the male mummies would get mummified right away, where the woman mummies they'd keep them at home and wait for them to start decomposing before they brought them to the
So they
thing.
could do romantic things
No,
with them?
because they were afraid that the people would do necrophilia, so they waited until it decomposed, so they couldn't fuck them. So that's why they're all a little bit less preserved.
So it's like a safety precaution.
Safety precaution, because people have been fucking dead bodies since the first body that
Beginning of
died.
time, yeah, beginning of time. Do
That
you think
is
the
pretty
first one that
smart.
died and the guy went out, like, went to town, and he's like, "Fuck, you're not doing anything. You're not doing anything." Like, he didn't know she was dead. You ever think that?
That's probably happened out there.
It's kind
Like
of
some guy's wife, but died in her sleep.
And
He's
he
like,
just-
come on,
yeah,
honey.
come on.
Come on, honey.
Yeah.
I'm just going to do a little something, something.
Oh
Little
my
something, something for you, honey.
God.
Oh, she's in a deep sleep. Let me tell you that. I must have laid some serious dick. Honey, it's 3 p.m. Why don't you got it? Honey? Oh my God, honey.
As a dude, that would be a pretty cool place to die.
Next to your wife?
No, while you're having sex, just before you come.
heart attack.
Just like your brain explodes and you come at the same time.
smiling?
Yeah, exactly. That's how you die.
Yeah.
Like your brain explodes.
You know what's funny? We were at the cottage and we were out on the balcony, and it was all rainy and shit. And then Peter looks at us and he goes, "This would be a weird place to commit suicide." And I'm like, dude, any place to commit suicide is a weird place to commit suicide.
Go back to the Maniac Mansion over
yeah,
there.
bro.
So you just came out and you just said it.
We were just chilling out there and it was quiet for a moment. Then he just said that. I was like, bro.
Time to walk away. Just do your own thing. Hey guys, we might not see him later for dinner, but
Peter was the one that lost it.
Yeah, he lost his mind
Lost
on the
his
mushrooms.
marbles.
see the young comic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
both young comics, they ate too much mushrooms.
Yeah.
With Johnny?
Johnny ate too much mushrooms.
Yeah.
What happened? Were they just like screaming? Were they just freaking out?
No, he just like he talks a big game that he can, do a bunch of drugs. And then when I put the mushrooms in front of him, he was very slowly eating them. So I forced him to eat some. And then we were all laughing and shit. And then, like, there was 2 cabins. There was, like, one big house where it was nice. It was all set up. And then there was a little shack with 2 beds in it. And all there was 2 beds in it. And it was, like, we called it Maniac Mansion. It was super creepy. But that's where he was sleeping. And then at the end of the night, he's like, I'm going to go inside, guys. And he went inside. And I never saw him till the morning. But then Johnny I saw in the morning, and Johnny was like, Peter had a rough night. He was tripping.
He said for him not to fall asleep, he's like, don't fall asleep. I need you to talk to me. I'm tripping.
Oh my god, that's hilarious. That's fucking joke.
And this kid has a life. Like, his parents are 14 years old when they had him. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
like, I don't know. Who knows what he's tripping
Paul
about.
was trying to get the darkness out of him for sure. Yeah, I come out just to sit around the campfire, and you guys are like, talk your shit, man. Unlock those things inside you. Who cares if you have to go through darkness? I'm like, okay, I'm going back inside.
Okay, what kind of conversation?
I'm like, you guys got any smokies? They're like, no. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm going back inside. Just went and watched Star Wars peacefully next to Kevin and Joe sleeping.
So did you guys? Yeah, did people sleep at the cottage? You guys didn't like rage right through it?
No, there was only like 3 of us who were actually doing stuff.
Yeah, but it was like a nice, because there was like 3 or 4 of you guys that were like, let's get fucked up, and then there's 3 or 4 of us that were like, you guys just want to like chill and relax and
Nice.
like
Yeah,
just,
and it was
good
super
balance.
rainy. It was super rainy, so like there was a lot of time just lounging on the couch watching TV.
Yeah.
Talking shit.
So no fishing, no getting on the dock, swimming.
No.
I fucking
There's
I like
fish
the
in there.
aspect of fishing. I just can't take the fish off the hook. It's not my thing.
Are you afraid to grab and?
A little bit of touching the fish I don't want to, and also I feel bad at a fucking spike in its face and you gotta pull it out and shit.
They're fine.
How do you know, bro?
They're fine.
They're fine. They don't make audible noises, therefore they do not feel pain. You're just looking at them. They're like,
Well, if they didn't like it, they wouldn't fucking come right back on the hook. You know, like I've
How do you
taught
know you're catching the same fish over and over
I've
because
again?
he
seen it.
stabs
I've
it in the
seen
eye and throws it back in.
I mark it. Fucking-
Yeah. So you can fish, you can gut a fish, you can do anything.
I can't gut a fish, no. But like, yeah, I can catch a fish, fucking grip it, fucking take the hook out. Sometimes use pliers to take it out.
And then you throw it back in.
Yeah.
While you're a catch and release guy.
Yeah, but depends on size.
What about you? You can gut a fish, cut it all up, and
Shit, I'll gut a motherfucker if I need to. No. I've caught like 2 fish in my entire life, maybe 3 fish, but they've just been small little wide mouth basses.
Okay.
I recently I haven't like.
but you throw them back in.
Yeah.
You ever skin? You ever go hunting? You ever skin an animal?
No.
No.
Never.
I've done it once. In the back of a pickup truck up in Stouffville. Fucking weird.
What'd you skin?
A deer got hit by a car.
So you skinned it
Yeah.
and just left it there.
No,
Just
no,
more
my
pain.
Yeah. The deer's like still breathing.
It got brought back to my fucking uncle's in a pickup truck. My uncle's like, oh, we're gonna make some jerky out of it. Okay, cool. What do we do? Skin it. How do you start it? Grabs the skin.
Where do you start? Anywhere or on the neck?
Anywhere. Yeah, the neck is the best part because the head's probably gonna get chopped off.
What, you didn't?
No, I was back in a pickup truck and they hung it in the garage. That's
Oh, yeah.
freaky because like you'd go out and grab a bottle of water, boom, you see a fucking hanging deer.
So there's
dripping blood.
There's a comedian named Lenny the Butcher. He's like an old guy, but he used to be a butcher back in the day.
Nice.
And he was telling me the easiest animal to skin is a rabbit, because all you do is you cut around its neck,
Yeah,
and the rest of the skin just falls right off.
Like
You
a
just
sock?
extra skin, you can just pull it right off.
like a sock.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
fucking gross.
That's so nasty. But also, part
Good
of me
for your
was like-
slippers.
Okay. 2 bunnies, 2 slippers. I don't know. I guess I would have to if it's the apocalypse. You gotta fucking.
Yeah, of
Skin an
course. Then you
animal
gotta
and eat it.
make a jacket.
But then you learn.
Your first like 6 hides are just trash. And then you're going to like gut the deer and you just
Oh, yeah?
pop shirt's asshole.
Oh, this
What?
took them like 30 seconds, not even.
What?
Yeah,
They
skinning
do
a
that with
rabbit.
like raccoons.
You just
and
watched
shit.
it?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
It's
My one
fucking
buddy,
hilarious.
They say it's like a tradition or whatever. If it's your first deer you get or moose or whatever, and
You
then
have
you
to
gotta
kiss it?
no, you gotta pull out its butthole or whatever. or,
What?
like, yeah, there's like a certain part,
What?
What do you mean? Pull out its butthole?
like you
Make it an outie?
no, you like cut around it and pull it out or something, and then you also have to you gotta
Just
make
watch
sure
it.
you don't cut open the gut.
So you gotta rip the anus out.
Yeah, something like that. I
So
don't
did
know
he,
if they were just
did he
fucking
dry
with
out the
me.
blood already? Why is it not bleeding when you do that?
I don't know. The heart's dead or heart's not working, so it's not pumping blood. Don't quote me on that.
That's not how it works, is it?
I don't know. I said don't quote me. Hey,
Damn.
just open up a fucking bag of Skittles.
Oh,
Perfect, right? Rabbit stew right there.
Does look pretty
You
appetizing.
know, potatoes, mash them, stir them, put them in a stew.
Vegetables, I don't care. I can peel a vegetable,
I
no
love
problem.
veggies.
I hate skinny potatoes.
Why?
Just fucking
It reminds you
Then
too
you get-
much of that Ren and Stimpy episode.
no. What?
What episode is that?
They join the military, and then George, the alcoholic, this guy's their drill instructor, and then they have to shick all the potatoes, and then they do it in tear gas and all this other shit. Yeah, it's super funny.
I liked Ren and Stimpy. I don't remember it like that, but I do remember thoroughly enjoying that show.
Oh, I love Ren and Stimpy. That was my dad would make me watch it. Like if I was wanting to watch Care Bears, he'd be like, "Let's watch some real cartoons."
What were they?
One was the Chihuahua, and the other one was a cat.
It was Dog and a Cat.
Yeah, Stimpy was the cat, and Ren was the Chihuahua.
I used to watch Cat Dog
Love it.
with Cat and Dog.
Yeah.
No shits ever.
No. They just talk it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then what was the other one? Corrupt.
Corrupt. Never seen that.
It was the dog, and then he lived out on the farmhouse. He lived out in a farmhouse with his old master and wife.
No.
Corrupt, the dog. It was the small little pink dog, and then he lived on the farmhouse.
Maybe it was a little Alberta show.
No, it was like the same time as Cat Dog and everything.
Really?
Yeah.
No, I don't remember. I never-
Courage. That's it. Sorry. Courage the dog.
Courage the Dog. No. Do you ever watch Wacky Racers?
Yeah.
I fucking love Wacky
What was Wacky
Racers.
Racers?
Basically, a bunch of wacky people racing, but with like really, really cool cars.
So it's like not a cartoon.
No, it's a cartoon. It's a cartoon. Yeah.
No, I've never watched
Courage the Cowardly Dog.
that. Never seen that.
This
I know
guy?
Clifford. Oh, I know that guy. That's his name. His name was Courage.
Oh, I didn't
Yeah.
know that. Yeah.
Courage. Cowardly Dog.
Oh, yeah, I remember that little guy.
Yeah.
I like that sticker in your laptop.
Which one?
The butt.
This one?
Yeah.
Baby Mullet. Is that a band?
I don't know what it is. My friend Tori gave me all those stickers.
Cool. I like
I've been noticing the mullets making a hard comeback.
Yeah, mullets are in, bro.
So many mullets everywhere, bro.
I'm trying to get everybody to get the shroom back.
I need hair first.
it will come.
I think you think I should go to Portugal and get a $1,000 hair transplant?
No, do that over in Turkey.
Turkey,
Yeah,
sorry,
Turkey
that's
is
the one.
Turkey.
I'll
Yeah.
go with you if you do it. I've always wanted to go
You
to
have so much
Turkey.
hair.
I know. I'll give you some.
Or you just want to come on the
I want to
vacation?
come with some.
You just want to come with him.
I want to come with some hair. Say transplant this. Save the soil.
Save the soil.
I'll go with you. My buddy Ryan wants to go and do it. Turkey, Istanbul,
Yeah.
Constantinople, bro. Let's do it.
Yeah, my buddy did it. Fucking hilarious.
But where do they take the hair from? Your ass and shit?
Oh, I don't know, but I just remember him recovering. He had a bunch of fucking dots on his head. It looked fucking
Yeah.
nasty.
My buddy got plugs. It was the funniest shit ever. Wayne, he's like, yeah, you got to come over, man. Like, I can't leave the house for a couple days. I'm like, why? He's like, I got some hair plugs. And then I'm like, what the fuck are those? And then I come
Looks like a
over.
freak.
He's got a bandage right around his head like this. He's got his hairs all fucked up.
How much more hair does he have now?
Oh, it's a full head of hair now.
Yeah.
Like some spots on the back here, he was losing his hair, and then they took some from the front or whatever and put it in the back.
Really, eh?
Yeah. If
I-
you go, I'll go with you.
I don't know if I want to do it. I think I might just embrace the bald. But like, it all started because I was on Instagram and I posted a video, and then some guy messaged me. He goes, "Hey, we do hair pigmentation where we just like tattoo hair on your head.
And you're like,
the
what
little
the
dots."
fuck?
We'll do it. Nick will come. We'll film it for the self-help fucking beauty portion of it.
Yeah.
No, I don't know, man. I think I just embrace the bald,
I would.
right?
Yeah.
Well, like, hair
Go
pla-
shick everything.
Yeah, getting
Bald-
hair transplant. Like, what happens? You know what I mean? Like,
You grow hair back.
it starts to grow naturally. It's not just one size all the time.
Yeah. When it's
Yeah.
like a shitty lawn, it's like where they
Yeah, I thought it was
the
just
miracle
astroturf
grow on
on
it.
your
Yeah.
forehead.
That's what I thought it was
man.
like.
They like really they like deep they get your roots going and
Yeah.
stuff. I don't know the scientific terms.
There has
doctor
to be a
terms.
better way.
You got miracle grow on one half of the lawn, and then the other half is just shitty dog piss.
Put a chia on my head. I wouldn't mind that at all, dude.
Yeah, do it.
So do you see what's going on in the world of golf?
There are
Saudi-
2 leagues.
Yeah, you saw that, eh?
So somebody was telling me about.
Paul
that.
was telling us, yeah.
So in Dubai or Saudi Arabia, you get paid salary to play golf versus over here where you have to win and be good.
Yeah.
Hold on, fucking wind. Stand by for wind. Fucking wind.
We do this podcast outdoor, next door to you probably, because we're the guys, next door. If you like cool things, weed, and everything nice, that's how it goes.
I don't know. Chemical X, throw it in there. We're making Powerpuff Girls here.
Let's talk about and barbecues. You like barbecuing.
Yeah.
But yeah, Saudi Arabia, you get paid salary to play fucking golf now, and a bunch of people are
Like triple the money, right?
yeah, and a bunch of PGA guys are jumping ship to go over there. Makes sense.
The PGA just put out a statement too. My buddies just sent it to me in our group chat.
Oh no way!
Yeah.
Look at this. The fucking podcast is relevant.
What does it say?
It's like here, I'll look it up. It's just basically saying like here at the PGA, we want you to play and stay with us because
We need your money.
yeah.
We need you. They have more money than us.
Why would you not go to someone who's gonna pay you more? Well, I guess same thing. China, you get paid probably really well for basketball, but you want to go play there?
Well, you gotta fucking watch what you say.
Well, you already have
Pose.
to. China already owes the NBA, so you already have to watch what you say.
No, but it's interesting. It's very interesting.
China
fact.
already won, bro. Whatever's
Think?
happening in the world, they 100%
Yeah.
already won.
Yeah,
dude.
it's just basically saying like we want to say thank you to all the people who still played in the PGA tours, and then that they know that there are other people who are decided to turn their backs on the PGA tour and willfully violating a regulation. It's just basically saying that like stay with the PGA, thanks for staying with the PGA, and if you turn your back on the PGA, then you can go and play and all that other shit.
Is it a fine? No, it's not a fine because you're not like registered to the PGA.
Yeah.
PGA's an angry
Yeah, so
ex-girlfriend.
PGA officially suspends all LIV players, present and future. So if you want to go play with them, you
That's
won't
what it's called,
play
the
with-
LIV?
Yeah, you won't play with the PGA.
And it's Dubai. They probably treat you so much better. I mean, except if you're a woman, you can't drive, right? That's
no,
how
I
it
think
goes?
you can drive now.
Oh, they changed it?
Yeah, you can drive now if you're a one.
But you can't get any fucking.
Insane.
You can drive to your own stoning now. No, I'm just
Stop
kidding. I'm
that.
just joking. Just joking.
Rewind that.
Just joking.
That was a good one though. You hit the nail on the head. I like that one.
Yeah, no. So it's crazy. I don't know, but I'd say it's like, yeah. How much loyalty do you have to the PGA? I mean, if you're a fucking 13 out of what top 10,
And I think like it's different. Because I don't know. I don't really watch golf, but I mean like if you're a golf watcher and your favorite golfer and they're showing the match on TV, wouldn't you just watch it regardless of what they're playing for? Like it's not like the NBA where someone's gonna watch an NBA game over an Australian basketball league game. You know what I mean?
But I guess you're playing different courses. Like you don't have the regalness of all the PGA Tour.
But I'm sure there'll
courses
still
and
be
shit.
amazing courses.
Do you think
It's
it'll
gonna
be-
be Dubai.
You think they'll
Yeah.
do one in the desert? Of course, in the desert.
Isn't the whole Dubai a desert? Of course it's gonna be in the desert.
That'd be funny. It's like, you know how you're watching like your Saudi sports commentators, like when you're watching soccer games, but they got Saudi
Golf guys.
Yeah, there's or something like that. Brutal, just destroyed the Arabic dialect.
I'm not even gonna try. That's all you. That's all.
But you know what I mean, though. Where they're
This
like,
guy's getting canceled.
Yeah.
Before I even start.
Before you can't even play. Not only can you not play in the LIV anymore, you just can't play anymore.
And they just cripple my legs and smash my hands up.
Yeah,
Oh, I
break your
watched on sports Hustle. Watched
Oh,
the new
did you like that, the Adam Sandler movie?
I liked it.
That's
yeah.
a new one, right?
Yeah, it's good.
Adam Sandler's a good actor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He totally got snubbed for Uncut Gems.
Uncut Gems was amazing.
Oh man, classic.
He also got, snubbed for Big Daddy. That was an amazing movie.
Wait, Big Daddy's winning an Oscar? Biggest coming home, Big Daddy?
Fucking Billy Madison.
Yeah, that's his award-winning line. Is this? So what are your tits freeze when you walk past the frozen food section? Like, for best actor, Adam Sandler.
Him and Wedding Singer.
Oh, so
Man,
good. Every
man.
movie, almost every movie, even like the shit ones, are so good, man. Fucking Click. I loved Click.
Oh yeah. When Morgan Freeman's in it.
That
He's
whole
God.
concept of just clicking away your life, that was so good.
Having a remote?
Hmm.
Yeah. Wait, no. Morgan Freeman was in Bruce Almighty.
Bruce Almighty,
Yeah, my bad.
No, yeah, Morgan Freeman was the Black God.
Yeah.
Now the Black God is Boozy. But he used to
Boozy?
be.
Like Boozy Badass?
Yeah. Now it's Morgan Freeman. That's what he was.
I'm Morgan Freeman.
I don't know. I feel like more religious people would have got mad that a man plays God. Do you know what I mean?
I feel like the down south in the U.S. like they boycotted the movie.
I don't think they'd be upset that a man plays God. Because in their mind, God is a man. They
God
would
can't
just
be a man.
Yeah, they would just be upset.
If God's a man, that means any of us can be gods.
We are all gods.
We're all guards in our own mind.
So who are we praying to? Another one of us?
Yeah.
Yourself.
You're looking for the courage to do it inside you.
Nah, bro. I need the universe. I
Yeah.
pray to the universe. That's my God.
Mhm.
That's my thinking of what God is. I don't think God is a dude in a robe watching like 12 security cameras at once, making sure everything's going.
Like the dude from the Matrix, the architect, or whatever it is, just looking at all the screens.
Yeah, just constantly fucking drinking so much coffee.
You're like, God, is that you? He turns around, his eyes are just like,
Yeah.
I will see everything and anything all at once at the same time. Have you seen Lebanon? You're like, what's going on in there? Well, actually, a lot of technical advances.
Yeah. I think it's all fucking. It's all vibes and energy, bro. You know?
Yeah. You ever like when you're on the train, you're anywhere in the mall, whatever, you just see somebody, maybe you're in the line, and they're just fucking just bad vibes. They're just angry.
Buddy, you see bad vibes all the
You
time.
just feel it. It's like, oh, I don't want to be around you right now. You're cold. Your shoulders are tucked.
Maybe I was just younger, or maybe because I haven't had an ego death and lost my mind on psychedelics yet.
Yeah.
But when I couldn't, you couldn't really tell when you were younger. But it was after I started having all these psychedelic experiences, you can really like read people's energy and shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you're like, yo, this guy's just resonating bad vibes.
You can see him from a mile away too, and like feel it. Like even like in like at shows or venues or whatever, I see it from across, and like they'll try and play it off like they're like happy or whatever, but then you see it break when no one is around. Like they'll leave the conversation leaves them, and then you just see them and they change into it, and you're like, there's your true self.
Like they need a hug.
Yeah,
They need a
yeah.
hug right now. Whoever hurts you, I'm gonna fix
Bro,
you.
lots of people need hugs, bro.
Yeah.
Some of them need bullets.
This morning. I
No,
needed lots
I'm
of
just
fucking
kidding.
Hugs.
But yeah, man, it is crazy though how you look at it too, man. You never know what's going on in someone's mind. That's why I'm always like nice to them. And then if they're dicks, then it's like whatever, man. Something's going on with your thing, and it's always good. Life is good.
I went to a doctor.
Yeah.
And I got a blood test, and they said they'll call me in to discuss it, and I got a call like 4 days ago saying there's a doctor saying he wants to talk to me about my blood test, and then he booked an appointment with me for 4 days later, and I'm like, but you're on the phone with me right now.
Can't
Can't you
tell you.
just
Just
me?
tell me, bro. Now I gotta sit here for 4 days and think that something is wrong with me enough for you to call me personally and tell me that we have to talk about it.
Yeah,
And then today was the day, and they didn't even call me.
brutal.
Are
I was
you
like,
freaking out
Fuck.
inside?
No, I just like I'd like to know.
that was like I went to go get an STI check and like blood work and everything, and then they called me. They're like, yeah, we saw something in your blood. We'd like you to come down and discuss. I'm like, oh no, right? I'm thinking I got AIDS or some shit. And then they're like, all right, nothing serious. Just got high lactic acid or uric acid. I'm like, so that's what it is? You guys stressed the whole time? You wouldn't even tell me? And they said it with a somber tone too. Yeah, we picked up some things in your blood.
It's like,
And
what the
I'm
fuck?
like, oh
That's
no.
terrifying,
Yeah,
dude.
dude.
We're
What
getting
the
at that
fuck?
age too. Where
You're
it's
just
like,
looking at a list of like 7 chicks you just raw dogged, and
Yeah.
you're like, oh no, I gotta tell you. But then they're like, yeah, you just had a little too much bread.
I haven't been to a doctor in years. Like I don't have a doctor. You know what I mean? Like when I was with my family, when I was still a kid living at home, there was a family doctor. But since I've been on my own, I've never been to a doctor. Like a doctor who knows who I am and I know who they are.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of like afraid. I don't want to. I know I should get a physical, but a part of me doesn't want a finger in my ass.
Oh, a part of me wants one so bad.
badly. So go get a physical.
I want one.
I just like it's.
How many physicals can you have in 1 year?
Well, they don't even.
It
really
depends
shove
how
a
horny
finger
you
up-
are.
They don't shove a finger up your ass until you're like 40, though.
Really?
Yeah.
Seriously?
That's a part.
But even then, it's 2022, bro. We have drones and shit that fly. Why do we have to put a finger in an ass to find out? Can't we just like stick
Sometimes
your
you
finger in a
can't-
machine and
you
the
got-
machine tells you?
I don't know if it works like
You
that.
gotta-
I'm not sure.
you gotta stick a finger in it sometimes and feel it for yourself.
You're
You know
telling
what I
me
mean?
there's a machine that can scan the ground and tell you how deep the earth is,
But there's not a machine.
But there's not a machine that can scan your ass and tell you if there's something abnormal in there.
It's the reverse. Of the
That's fucking bullshit, dude.
It's the reverse of the blood pressure arm thing. You know, when you put your arm in it at the gym, and then it's like,
Yeah.
But it's just the opposite. You stick it like a nice loose one in your butthole, and then it goes. Tells you if your prostate's swollen by the pressure that's pushed up against
As
it.
long as it's not your finger, why does
This
this
is a
doctor's
great
office
idea.
has
That's
to
a
get all
great
sexy?
idea,
Yeah.
You know?
Well, it's not like the doctor's like, all right.
You don't know what it is. You're turned around. You're facing the other way, bro.
Yeah.
You have no idea. The doctor's probably smiling and shit. The doctor's just fake fucking you from behind.
Yeah,
before they put it in. You have no
yeah.
idea, bro.
You're like looking off the reflection of the fucking arm pump thing, or like the whatever he
Stethoscope?
sticks it in your ear, where he takes like the little cones off the black reflection
the-
in it.
the
He's like,
fucking-
yeah. You're like, are you air humping me, sir? Oh no. I was just positioning myself.
Why is this taking more than 5 minutes?
Once I went to the
And why is my asshole leaking?
yeah. I remember going to a doctor when I was a kid, and they did that thing, the hammer on the knee, and to see if your leg goes.
Yeah.
But I remember watching TV, and I know your leg is supposed to move when they did it, but I remember just moving my leg, like physically doing it myself.
Just for fun.
Just because I was like, it's
Just to
supposed to
fuck it up.
happen. No, just because it's supposed to happen. I was like, I don't want it to not happen.
It does happen.
I don't know, but I was just going like that every time, bro.
So you'll never know. Fucking.
I guess.
He's
yeah.
like, this kid got way too much big reflex.
Yeah.
He's not even hitting it, and he's
Yeah,
just
he's
like
just-
touching your kneecap, and you're like, whoa.
I was like, I guess I've always been that way. I don't want to find out something is wrong.
Yeah, that makes sense.
so you'd rather fake it to be
Fake
right?
it to be right, yeah. Then you have someone to blame after.
Yeah, yourself.
Yeah. I was gonna say Dr. Stevens.
This
but,
doctor told me everything wrong. It's like, well, I mean, you faked it.
you faked
so-
your.
That's like me when I was like seeing a therapist. I like told her some stuff, but like not all the stuff.
Oh,
And
my
then
God.
later on, she gets it all. She goes, "Well, Daniel, you didn't tell me this at the beginning. No wonder this is how you're feeling." I'm like, yeah, I mean, like, I know.
How was that? I never been to a therapist in my
I
life.
think it was fun. It was just.
Did you choose to go to it, or did someone
I chose to go to it.
just
yeah.
out of nowhere? You were like, you
Yeah,
know
well,
what?
I had like benefits, and then there was like a time where I'm like, man, I don't even feel like life is life anymore. You know what I mean? Like in a sense where like, because I did it like as a kid, as a child, because it was mandatory for me to stay in public school, for me to go see like behavior specialists and shit.
No, you're a bad kid.
Yeah, and then they gave me like tools to like cope, I guess, and like understand myself and like figure out how to like become a better human being. And then I just felt like the way the world worked, I was feeling like I didn't have certain tools in my adulthood that could kind of like help me get through problems and stuff. And then so I went through it, but it was just basically me like telling her these stuff, and then her just being like, yeah, it sounds like you just need to be free and be on your own and do what you want and kind of set up boundaries and not give yourself to all these people and like all this shit. And I'm like, yeah. So a little bit of it was like her kind of like, I don't know, maybe agreeing with me. It felt like it was a little bit siding, but then some stuff she'd be like, okay, well, that kind of doesn't make sense. You're contradicting yourself. And then like dig deeper and then figure out like the roots of it all. And then she's like, oh, okay, this is where it stems from. This is what you kind of should do and do all that. So it helped. It worked, but
Were you suppressing anything? Is that another thing that actually happens? People like don't remember things, and then they go to therapy and they start.
well, some things, yeah, it's like you like think about things and you're like, oh shit, that happened to me when I was like, you know, in formidable years, where you're like, oh, okay, you know, like that's kind of why it shaped me, or it's maybe some of the influences of your family or friends and all that kind of stuff. But I think it like I don't know, we just got down to the bare roots of me being hypersexualized as like a young kid, I guess, growing up, and then like just wanting to like
Why would your mom
smash.
tell you you're a sexy boy?
Like every day.
Yeah.
You walk
Danny?
up slash.
Danny, you're
spray
a
me with
sexy
olive
boy.
oil. No, it's just me hanging out with like an older crowd, and then they were like, you know what I mean? Like I'm like 9 hanging out with 12-year-olds that are hanging out with 15-year-olds, so I'm getting 15-year-old information at an age of 9, right? Like, and I'm like making out with chicks. I'm like, you know what I mean, fingering other girls and shit when they're like 11 and I'm fucking 10, and like,
How are you doing it then, like this?
oh, I was doing it.
Oh, you're doing
You
it
know what I mean?
properly?
But then you're also like looking at all your pornos. Yeah, like it's an orchestra. Like, oh, this is how you like the fingers from Fantasia, where you're like, oh.
When we were 10, there was no internet porn like that.
No, yeah, no.
No.
I got like the VHS tapes and stuff,
Okay.
but it was like word of mouth, like
Wow.
understanding like from like older crowds and shit. You know what I mean? And then it's like, who's this 10-year-old hanging out with these 15-year-olds, right? But
You
I'm,
must fuck.
well, that. But then it's like I'm also like cool, and they're like, oh, he's cool. And then anyone that gave me problems, I'd be down to scrap. And they're like, oh, and he's rowdy. And then they're like, well, let's fucking throw all the information that we thought into this 10-year-old, and then I'm rocking around 10 being like, yeah, you guys want to fuck?
Yeah.
You ever have your pussy eaten out?
And these girls are like, who is
They're
this
like,
guy?
who is this maniac of a kid, right? And then, so it was all that. So then I'm like, oh, okay, cool. That's what I figured out why I like smashing and like habitually. I mean, it feels good, but like now.
Also, you're just a man. I think most guys
Yeah.
would like to smash.
How were you in high school? Anything like that?
No, not like that at all.
Yeah,
I
That
was-
was me in like junior high and shit.
Junior high, holy
like,
fuck.
and then high
was
school.
pretty
That's when I found
Yeah.
like theater, but I was still like always down to fucking be rowdy and do crazy shit.
I was just quiet, sat in the back, made jokes with my friends. Not even to everybody, just my friends.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You don't get to hear this
Yeah,
one.
yeah,
You don't get to
just-
hear this joke.
It was just for the crew, and then that's it. I just chilled, bro.
Yeah, no,
I would looking back now and seeing just how life turned out for everybody. I was like, man, I should have just been so much more wild.
Yeah.
I should have just
yeah.
run the light.
Well, that's
you
the
know?
thing where it's like you can be wild in these younger years, and then as soon as
Then you
you're,
get
like,
older and you're like, oh fuck.
you can't.
Like I'm way more wild now than I am when I was a kid.
Yeah.
You know,
Absolutely.
I'm doing way more wild shit now than I ever did in high school.
That's good.
But I'm doing it now.
Yeah,
You're
yeah,
living, whatever, you're living.
Yeah. And I'm also in better shape than I was when I was in high school. I was a little fatty.
Did you play
Yeah.
sports in high school?
Very little.
Danny?
Just like
I played
basketball and
sports,
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, what'd you play?
Football, high school, then a little
Nice.
bit of track and wrestling and shit.
We never had a wrestler. We also went to poor high school. We only had like 3 teams. We had a hockey team, a
not
basketball team, and a soccer team. And our football team, we got in my last year of high school, and we had to share it between 3 schools.
Oh, wow.
It was 3 schools combined to make one team.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And Rob Ford brought it to our school.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
Rest
Rob Ford.
in peace.
I see Rob Ford all the time. He used to come to my high school all the time. That guy was the man, bro. He was always trying.
Was he always like fucking
He was
huge?
huge, bro. Rob Ford during his mayor days at Crossroads. You know Crossroads in Rexdale, like Weston Road and 401.
Mm-hmm.
There's a LCBO there. That one's open till 11.
Yeah,
So if
there's
you were
a
in a
huge
crunch,
McDonald's
right?
there, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So in Rexdale, if you needed liquor after, like you have till 11 to get to that one. And if you go there around 10:30, almost every night, you see Rob Ford walk in all sweaty, just and comes out with a Mickey of Red Label every time.
Really?
Just every day, almost, bro. It was hilarious. He drank the cheap shit too. Like he wasn't about wasting money.
No.
You know what I mean?
And you just grabbed a little Mickey.
Yeah.
That's it.
Everyone's like, "Hey, what's up, Rob?" Hey.
But it would have been awesome if he became premier.
It would have been awesome if he became fucking prime minister of this country.
I don't think he could,
No.
though. He wouldn't know French. He doesn't know French.
Oh no, yeah, that's fucking
You gotta,
That's
le
what they-
gay, bro.
That's where they get you.
yeah,
That's
you
where
gotta
they
be
get
fluent
you.
in French.
That sucks. But you have to be a Canadian, I guess. Born
Yeah.
and raised.
Yeah, you gotta be Canadian born.
Born in Canada, yeah.
Yeah.
Not raised in Canada. Didn't Trudeau go down to the States for school and whatnot?
Yeah, I guess just born
yeah, you gotta be
Canadian.
born.
Yeah.
Born Canadian citizen. I think. Fuck. Something stupid.
Canada's the worst.
As
bro.
much as I love Canada,
We have a beautiful country.
it's just bullshit.
Shitty government.
Like, holy
Yeah.
fuck. You realize that every year you get older, it's like, what? What? You can't do this? What? You can't do that? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
Even
yeah.
running a business in Canada, 10 times harder than the States. In the States, I know so many people in,
it's the land of the free, bro.
yeah, man.
Home of the
like-
brave,
Like,
whatever you wanna
before
do.
growing up, hated the States. Thought it was like, oh, it's disgusting. They're ignorant. They're rude. Fuck it. I want to become American.
You know what that
now.
is? That's Canadian misinformation to make us love our country more.
Yeah.
It's
Fucking
like-
brainwashed.
They are a little bit fucked.
They're super fucked.
Let's be real here. Come on, fellas, let's be real.
We got some fucked up people in Canada
Oh,
too,
yeah, for
bro.
sure.
It's just, yeah, you can't really do much here. You can't even drive your car. You can buy these cars, you can't even drive them.
Yo, the
You know what I mean?
fucking, like,
They'll
you know,
take your car away from you.
the mass amount of fucking school shootings though in the States,
Yeah,
fucking retarded.
but yeah, I guess.
Like, come on.
I mean, there's no justifying it. I
Like,
was looking for
holy-
an argument.
I mean, but like you know, you're
and you
thinning out the herd.
You can fucking stack arms for a militia.
You can go to Walmart and just buy the
Yeah,
nicest gun you've
your
ever
That's
seen.
in
neighbor-
their amendments, man.
There-
That's their constitution,
If
dude.
this was the U.S. down south, there could be a fucking neighbor just doing drills with an AK-47 going up and down his lawn, and everybody's like, "Oh, it's just Joe."
Yeah.
Just Joel practicing.
For what?
The apocalypse.
Shit happens, bro. That's why I bought like 9 guns. When pandemic hit, some people were grabbing cans. I was grabbing boxes of bullets.
Getting ready, bro.
Yeah, you're like, oh, there's a Unico. I'm like, that's a Glock.
Bro, eventually, Eventually, something will happen here because, like, yo, what goes up must come down. You can't tell me that the war will always be on that side of the world.
What?
We've never experienced war here. It's always on the other side of the world. We never see it.
The last time we had war on this side was probably like 1812.
When we ran over and took down the White House.
Yeah. Well, and then we were
Sorry,
fighting French
Obama.
and shit.
Gang shit.
Probably, I'd say, what, the last war we saw here was maybe like 18 something? 18 something? Let's look it up. 1856? I want to say.
Would you guys go to war? The only way I would go to war is if
1812.
if they were like invading our country. I would take up arms.
Yeah, 1812 is the last one.
Who?
I would take up
States?
arms. Anybody, if there was a foreign party trying to take over, literally come into our land,
Yeah.
I would have to. Yo, I think I gotta take this phone call.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. You guys.
We're at 59 minutes. We can cut.
Guys next door.
Guys next door.
Pause and then come back?
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
Just had a phone call.
Phone call.
Very important one.
I don't know if it was very important, but it was important.
It
I
was.
guess.
We were talking about it.
Yeah. My doctor called. Got the news. Turns out I'm gay. No,
No,
I'm just kidding.
Hey, that's a great time to be gay, though. It is June, dude. You can fucking fill that
Perfect.
schedule up.
I'm pretty sure you get 15% off.
Yeah, 30% off if you have your card.
Cut your community card.
No, but my doctor called and said that I got my blood work back and I got high cholesterol, which means I don't know.
You gotta have Cheerios.
He said I'm young, so don't worry about it, but
That's where they get you.
cut the ghee out of your diet because I'm Indian and I eat Indian food. But how I got this doctor, so I went to the walk-in clinic and I wanted to get a doctor, and they said we can't really sign up any new patients right now, but you can just see the walk-in doctor. I walked into the thing. Me and the guy started talking. I told him I'm a comedian, and he goes, "Oh no way! He used to be a DJ back in the day, and
Dr.
he used to run shows with
DJ
Russell, John Paul, Ron Jossel,
Okay, wow.
Kenny Robinson,
Did you get
all
his
those
name
guys."
and then talk to him about Kenny?
Yeah. No, I haven't talked to Kenny about it yet, but then
Talk to Ron.
and then we started, and he just, he liked me right away, and we started talking and everything. And then after the first day, I met him again, and I was like, "Yo, I want to get a physical. I want to get like a real doctor." He's like, "Yeah, we'll take care of that, no problem."
Sick.
And then the next day, he just started talking to me about comedy again. And right now, when he called me, before he told me anything, he went, "How'd the album taping go?" Just fucking asking about comedy and shit. And I'm
Sick.
like, sick. Not only did I find a doctor, I found one that's fucking. That's cool.
caring.
Yeah,
I
you know
love
what I
it.
mean? He's
Yeah.
like sick.
He's gonna
dude.
be able to hook you up with some scripts.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. We in it. Percocet.
So do you think when he was writing down all of your little information during the visit, he jotted down album taping this week?
just
Yeah,
the,
I'll take
oh,
this
this
week,
guy,
dude.
he's just like a really organized guy.
Yeah. It's just 8K followers.
Yeah. He's running for president or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I don't know. He went home and Googled me, so that's pretty sick. I guess I
Nice.
don't know if you want your doctor to Google you outside of doctoring.
yeah.
I don't know.
I
You know?
mean, I Google my doctors.
Yeah.
I never Googled. That's a good idea.
Yeah,
Did
Google
you?
them.
Why?
Yeah, just in case
See what they
diddling
say?
kids and shit.
Just whatever. I'm an adult. Ain't diddling me. I'm a little too old. I got some white hairs in my beard. Not his type.
You just
so I'm
drop
pretty
your
sure when
nuts
he
in a-
touches my dick, it's for medical
You
research.
just drop your hands or nuts in his hands. He goes, oh, it's a little older than I'd like. You're like, what? Oh, nothing. Just these gloves. Takes them off, put some fresh gloves on. And in his mind, he's like, oh my god, you almost blew it.
Fuck, that's funny, man. I don't know. What are you gonna do? I mean, what can you do? You walk in there and punch the doctor? If there was a doctor that's diddling kids, there's no way he's still doctoring.
Yeah.
You never
You know
know,
what I
man. I
mean?
mean,
Well,
shit.
he could like swap if it was like
It's not the church, bro. You don't just
I'm just
transfer
saying.
somewhere
Yeah,
else,
yeah.
bro.
What is this? The Olympic U.S. gymnastics
swap,
team?
provinces maybe.
No.
No, it's a federal thing. It's not. You're not crossing state lines.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't go back to Ontario. I'm
Yeah.
diddling kids, but here, the world's my oyster.
Maybe in America. America seems like they got enough places that you can just cut off, start fresh.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
That's like a person we met in Los Angeles. We met friends with them,
Oh,
and then
yeah,
they
yeah.
tell us their story, and then they're like, "Why'd you
Yeah.
gone to 6 different states here? Something's up.
Yeah.
Something's up. Why are you moving states?
Yeah.
Also, this person showed me a gun within 2 minutes of meeting them.
Well, it's America for you, baby.
He just went, hey.
Yeah. They took it out of their
Their purse.
and
There
right
they.
away. And I was like,
They're them.
they're a human.
They're a human.
Human. Okay.
Human.
Human with
Yeah.
a gun in the States.
Nice person.
Nice person.
Yeah, that was
Nice
great.
person.
But also, you look at someone differently when you know they got a gun on them,
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
don't you?
Yeah.
It's like sometimes when you walk around the states and then you just see an open carry and you're like, holy fuck.
I've actually never been to an open carry state.
Oh, it's kind of crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Just everybody walking around with
Yeah.
their guns.
Yeah. You're just like, wow. You're sitting in like a lineup in a subway and you're like,
Some guy was walking around with a BB gun in Toronto last week and got shot by cops. Remember?
good.
That's in Mississauga, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. He was walking your two schools. All schools got locked down and
Locked down.
everything.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
I didn't know about
and it was
that.
it was a kid though. Fucking idiot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you expect? There was just a fucking mass shooting.
Some people
Yeah.
I'm gonna go
go-
play with my BB gun out in public.
they do that though. They want to kill themselves, but they don't have enough courage, so they suicide by cop. So then they go and do some stupid shit to make themselves get shot by a cop. That's like that guy with the U-Haul van. He wanted to get
Yeah.
killed, and he pulled out his cell phone.
Yeah.
But think,
That cop was good.
oh yeah, that cop was sick, dude.
Yeah.
In America, it would have been blasted.
Yeah. I think that cop is actually the new Shang-Chi. No, I'm just kidding.
From Marvel? You had me there for a second, and then I'm like, wait a minute, fuck.
He's just Asian. And there's nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong.
Fuck yeah. What do you guys say? Wrap it?
Wrap it up.
Wrap it up.
This has been episode 2 of The Guys Next Door. We are The Guys Next Door.
Guys next door.
So if you like cool shit,
If you like cool shit and babblings and you
weed
know,
and sports and
Barbecue.
fucking doctor reports and
doctor reports, you know, a little bit of psychiatric breakdowns.
yeah. Please tune in.
Next episode, Danny's gonna be doing face masks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I brought them.
Self-care.
You did?
Yeah.
Let's see them. Let's give a little teaser. Quick tease.
Little self-care.
Oh no, it's in my gym bag in the car.
No, he didn't bring them.
Yeah, I brought them. They're in my car.
Called bullshit
They're in my
on it.
car. Brought them. What do you mean I got my face, man? Brought them in the car over there.
You should do a face mask at the gym.
While you work out?
While I work out,
During
it's
the
just
pump.
fucking leaking.
Sweating
all
into your eyes.
everywhere.
Just burns.
Just the cucumber and eucalyptus searing my eyes. I gotta go back to LASIK MD. Yeah, can you fix that? They're like, sir, half of your eye is eaten. No, we cannot fix that. You do not have enough on your cornea for us to shave down so you can see again.
But in Turkey, they'll do it for like $400.
They'll do it for $400. It costs you $6,000 to get there, but
All right. well,
Okay. Thanks for listening,
Thank
man.
you.
See you soon.
Thanks
See
for
you
coming
guys.
out.
Boys.
Next.
What?
You said boys and I said next. I thought he was gonna say door.